Stormwood Associates is a production of the Nerd and Tie Podcast Network. For more podcasts from actual play to true crime to witchcraft, go to nerdandtie.com or join our community on Discord by finding an invite at nerdandtie.com/Discord. Over 100 years ago, the dark wizard Halliwell prophesied his return, but Sheriff Aesop Stormwood swore his descendants would stop him. He created Stormwood Associates with the sole purpose of defeating Halliwell in the future. It failed. Now the young Raz Stormwood and her friends have been framed for a crime they didn't commit, and they've escaped to the Morris Halata Underground. Today, still wanted by the government, they survive operating on the edge of society. If you have a problem, they can solve it. But don't get in their way, or else you might get caught in the eye of the storm. Stormwood and Associates stars Gen Proc as Raz Stormwood, Nick Izumi as Bill Carpathia, Kyle Johnson as Tristan Babbitt, and Trey Dorn as NK and Kel O'Reilly. Previously on Stormwood and Associates. So they're going to take down Halliwell. That's what happened previously. City of San Ricardo is under lockdown because the great dragon Alcatraz has had a hatchling and is being very protective. So anyone out after dark is in danger. So the city has a curfew during this first week or so of the new baby dragon. This is an important thing to note because the Stormwood team has decided to finally take the fight to Halliwell because this is also the eve of a special election for a recall election for the governor of Calisorda. And right now the polls show that the sitting governor is likely to be replaced with, well, Halliwell. So that would be bad. So they are currently attacking Halliwell at his campaign headquarters, which happens to be the old Stormwood office. After a large series of events involving distracting the city police with all of the NPCs they've collected over the past couple of years as friends, the team has made it to the office. They fought Royce in the parking garage where Mara managed to waylay him and have gone up to in the elevator to their old office and are about to disembark. As we left our heroes, the elevator doors opened. NK, carrying a RPG and also, one of her pistols has stepped out of the elevator door. Dolores, the paramour of Raz Stormwood, who also happens to be currently working for Halliwell's campaign, was sitting behind a desk that used to be Kel's and used to be Mara's, and said, "Oh shit," and ran as the doors opened. The following series of events now occur. The bullpen is full of staffers and full of election staff working hard last minute to get out the vote calls. NK, with the RPG over one shoulder but not yet quite raised and secured with one arm, lifts up a 9mm in her other hand, one of her pistols, and fires repeatedly towards the ceiling, but hitting the glass barrier between the lobby of the office and the main office plant proper. Glass shatters. staffers begin fleeing, running towards the exits. NK yells, "Everybody get the fuck out!" The music gets very dramatic. The staff flees, and as eventually the only people left in the office are a Halliwell dressed in a suit back in what had been Raz Stormwood's office when this was the Stormwood Associates office, and a couple of people dressed as security. Once the room is mostly clear, NK raises the RPG, aims it at the massive hole she's fired. She's broken through the glass when she fired her pistol. Fires the rocket launcher at the ceiling in the towards the upper back left-hand corner of the ceiling. A massive, as Halliwell and the remaining security in there run for cover, and you guys hit the ground, a massive explosion tears through the ceiling of a portion of the Stormwood and Associates office. NK drops the spent RPG launcher, tosses it on the ground, just looks at you, Raz, and says, "The death-proof ward is down. Everybody roll initiative."
$13.
12.
11.
So 12 for Raz, 11 for Bill, and then I actually should have pre-rolled NK's initiative, but I didn't. Oh my god, she rolled shitty. What is her swiftness? Woof. She's gonna go very low in the order. Yeah, NK got a 9 on her initiative, and that is literally the lowest she can get. She rolled a 1. Definitely putting that die in jail for her. All right. Babbitt, you're up.
Yes.
Right.
Flying kick at one of the security guards.
All right. So you are right now. Effectively, you had to hit the deck while in the elevator to avoid shrapnel, and shrapnel and broken glass is kind of like shattered across through most things. In this wasn't a huge explosive on the end of this RPG, but it was enough to where if you hadn't hit the ground, you might have had bad things happen to you. The security guys are actually at the far end of the office.
Okay.
They're back by Raz's office.
Okay. So how far is that?
So you could probably so you could cross it in a sweep move, or you could cross it without necessarily attacking. Just because you have two ways through, right? So you can either go to the door, which is going to slow you down to get through, or you could jump through the giant hole in the glass, and that will also take a moment. Now, if you used a sweep move to get through there, you could still attack at the end as part of that sweep move.
Yep, I'm gonna run along the wall and then fly kick at a guard.
All right, so you're gonna
launch myself off the side of the elevator, run along alongside the wall, and then when I can get to close enough.
So let's talk about the geography of this room here, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's been a long time since we were in the Stormwood offices. You can see everything because this whole place is glass and then wood panels that go up about half height, right? So the you are in like the front lobby area, right? So you are in the elevators. Step out of the elevators. There is a desk where a receptionist, where Mara used to sit, and then behind that is like a wall of glass, and there's a door to the side of that desk.
Okay.
Now, the glass over the receptionist desk has been shot out, right? Like,
right.
You could in theory, but you'd have to like vault over the desk to get over that barrier first,
right.
and then you're in the bullpen, and they're at the far end of the bullpen.
Okay.
So you can still do this.
Yes.
It's just that like
yes,
how
I vault over the desk through the hole, and then do that thing I said.
Okay. Does everybody agree that works?
Yes.
I like it.
All right. So there are 2 security guards out in the like outside of Halliwell's office, and the other 2 are in his office with him. So you can definitely get to the 2 who are outside of his office. So why don't you roll damage?
All right.
So that's sweep move damage is 1d10 plus your level plus your bare hands, because these guys are both fighters. So you get that 1d10.
Sorry, it fell off. Let's see. Okay. 15.
All right, they're dead.
Excellent.
That one and that one. All right. One of the security guards, who is not one of the 2 guys you just killed, is going to run out of Halliwell Raz's office. However we want to refer to it. The office that used to be Raz's, but it's currently Halliwell's. He's going to run out and he's going to take a shot at Babbitt. Babbitt, what's your dodge?
7.
All right. That's going to hit you then. And what's your soak? What's your fitness plus level?
5.
5? Okay. You are going to take 6 damage after soak.
Ooh.
So, yeah, because you did 11 damage, so you're going to take 6 of that. Raz, we are on you.
I'm thinking, and then I was thinking about myself thinking, and then the Jeopardy music started playing in my head, and I'm like, no, you have to like actually like think, like use your brain, Benjamin. Come on. I think I'm gonna use Kel.
All right, boss. What are we doing?
I think we're gonna shoot the electric hawk at Halliwell.
Ooh, interesting. All right. All right, that's an attack spell. So first, you can definitely. You've got a straight eye shot to him.
Yeah.
And because that security guard ran out, the door to the office is open, so we don't even have to like have it break a window. All right. So that's gonna be, what's your range plus level?
4.
Okay. So you step out of the elevator, electricity crackling along your knuckles. You throw your hand forward and a hawk flies from your fingertips made of lightning. It deftly curves its path through the broken window, around Babbitt, and then through the open door to the office and strikes Halliwell. slamming him back, electricity just crackling all over him. Well, that was uncalled for. Bill, you're up.
Oh, you thought that was uncalled for. How about we warm up this party a little bit? Psychic flamethrower.
Psychic flamethrower? Alright, so what's your...
right at Halliwell.
Range plus level.
Beep. I forget how long my character sheet is now. 6.
Okay. That's some hefty damage. Alright, that guy's dead, so I don't have to worry about him. That brings us to Halliwell. Alright. How am I going to describe what happens now? Oh, where is this? Sorry, I want to make sure I get the rules right before I do this. So, Halliwell. How do I describe this? From behind his desk, he reaches down and lifts up his staff with a large red stone atop it. You all recognize this as the Stone of Trancura. He picks it up and he just taps it on the ground. The lights flicker. A wave pushes through the entire office. You feel yourself not frozen, you're slowed. But it's not like it's like time has slowed, but your consciousness hasn't. Like, there are still ceiling panels falling from the wreckage of the explosion that NK ripped through here, and you can see them falling slowly to the ground still. Sparks from wires just flashing in slow motion. Halliwell begins to walk out of his office. I do believe that these dramatics are not required. All of this, everything I have been doing, is to save this world. Don't you understand that there is something larger than any of us coming?
As he's monologuing,
You can talk. I will point out you are fully able to speak.
Well, I was wondering if the slowed spell would affect our speech as well. Or if we're able to, like, converse normally.
You can converse normally.
Okay. I don't know. I just kind of want to flip him the bird.
Well, so the problem is flipping him the bird.
Yeah.
You can't do.
Yeah.
He's moving as though he's moving through water, I will also point out. So he's not like, he's moving at a faster rate than you can, but he's not like moving full speed as he's talking. This doesn't necessarily... Roll me a d10.
9.
Okay, yeah. Then I'll say, using the intuition you get from having Kel's Soulstone on you, that this effect he's doing isn't necessarily a tactical advantage. He's literally doing this so he can talk. Like, you of all people, Mr. Carpathia, should understand the severity considering your lineage.
Oh,
Do you really need to talk to me about my lineage? You haven't paid child support ever, have you, Dad?
I'm sorry. Look, you, Mr. Carpathia, you are half-elf. But are you under the impression that I have ever lain with a woman?
I mean, yeah, kinda. There was this... There are these goblins. They were explaining the order, and I apparently my dad left me this coin.
Yeah, look at that coin. Okay, I know you can't.
Very hard to move
All
right
right,
now.
fine. He literally walks over to you.
It'd be really nice.
It's in your pocket, right? It's in your pocket.
I don't want you touching me.
Look, well, tough shit. He throws. I'm assuming the coin's in your pocket.
Yeah, it's in my pocket.
He holding the staff. He doesn't put his hand in your pocket. The coin lifts out of your pocket on its own and into the air. But don't be all that dramatic. I have never fathered a child because while Mr. O'Reilly and I had very few things in common, there was a very particular thing in common between the two of us that I believe you are capable of figuring out. But more importantly, look at this coin. As he said, and then he pulls out a separate coin out of his pocket. Now look at this coin. This is my coin. It has the symbol of the Order of Grey Haven on it. An order that I have been the proud leader of for many, many years, except for the untimely parts where I was either dead or being occupied by a flamboyant man from Jersey.
Yeah, and you really, are terrible at accents. Wow. You can't do a Jersey accent for shit, my bud.
Yeah, tell him.
Just why did you even fucking try?
Tell him. It was good enough to fool everybody else.
Well, everybody else is really fucking stupid, and I've never met anyone from Jersey.
It's not a great Jersey accent, my guy.
You were literally raised in the same house. Both you and I know that Kel took on that accent as an affectation to piss off bullies in private school.
Yeah, but he does it really fucking well.
Yeah, it's a good sound for him.
He is an upper-class liar.
Oh, you're gonna hold that against him. Oh, my boy's a liar. What a bad man.
I have been nothing but truthful to you, Raz.
Oh, you've been nothing but a bitch to me, you fucker.
There is a dark army coming.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I fucking know. I met him.
The Order of Grey Haven has always been here to protect this world from them. We have always kept our world safe.
For world protectors, you guys sure do a lot of killing and destroying.
I am here to protect everyone, not a single man, not a single woman, but all of my kind, all of your kind, Mr. Carpathia.
Oh, so we're not counting humans then?
All of humankind too. Humans are native to the Grey Havens. They are not native to my lands. Well, your lands too, actually, half of you, so okay.
Why do you give such a shit about this planet?
It happens to be the one I live on.
Why don't you just go back to the one you came from?
I was born on this planet. I'm from Georgia.
All right, then why don't you just help people instead of trying to take over the world and, ruin our lives and steal my best friend's body?
People. This world needs a strong hand to guide it. It needs a strong hand to make it strong enough to defend itself. You would make it weak. You.
There we go.
Would make us easy pickings.
You are the kind of Gen X you're really into. That was a
No.
decent play on
I
words.
should not be surprised that a man of your lineage, Mr. Carpathia, would end up siding with the dark.
They literally call you the Dark Lord.
No, they call me the Dark Wizard.
I'm sorry, I guess that wasn't specific
And also,
enough.
let me be clear. My people do not call me the Dark Lord. Your people call me that. And technically, I have never been a lord of anything. I owned a plantation. I owned...
Not great.
Okay,
Not great.
it was a different time.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, that doesn't make it better.
You own slaves.
No,
You
no,
own
That doesn't
people.
make it
That
better.
does not make it better.
not okay.
No.
Not okay.
Not
Nope.
okay.
Dude.
Never.
So
never
that's
okay.
one mark against you.
There were people back then who were like, no, not okay.
Yeah, no, like there were abolitionists. You knew that what's past is past. You're a literal slave owner.
Gross.
You don't get to play the whole like it was a long time ago when you were literally the person who owned people.
Yeah. Yeah, I was having doubts about killing you, but nope. You're a fucking racist son of a bitch, and you deserve to die. We'll save this planet on our own, thank you very much.
And as you say that, the spell begins to fade, time begins to speed up, and NK is going. And now that he is actually right up by you guys, like a dummy, NK is... What is NK gonna do? So the problem is NK's way better at range stuff, but like... There's a temptation to just punch him in the balls.
Yep.
Oh, what's her...
It's okay to shoot him in the balls.
Yeah, they're right there.
That's true. She's gonna try to shoot him in the balls. She's got her pistols. All
Good.
right, so what's her attack? Oh, this might not hit. What's her current level? Current level is shit. Yeah, we're level 1, aren't we?
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
His dodge is very good. Level plus with the swiftness. Ooh, she misses only by 1 though. So she oh man, she had just like rolled 1 higher on that die. So she takes a shot at him and she tries to shoot him in the crotch, but apparently the time is still catching back up, and she pulls the trigger. Raga just literally fires between his legs. And that's going to bring us to the remaining security guard, and Babbitt's still back by the office, so he's going to try to tackle Babbitt. What's your dodge, Babbitt?
Okay. The dodge is 7.
Yeah, he's going to miss. So he goes to tackle you, and just like you just sort of step sideways as he goes straight by you.
Yep.
And Babbitt, we're at you.
As he does that, I grab onto him and toss him into a wall.
Just the regular attack?
Just regular attack.
All right, so 1d10 plus your bare hand. What's your bare hands?
It's a +7. So.
You hit.
Okay.
He's got a dodge of 4. I'm just like, I'm not even.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a plus. No, yeah, plus 8.
Yeah. So yeah, it's yeah. So roll your damage. 1d10 plus your bare hands. He's dead.
17. Does that do anything?
You just. I am not going to describe what happens to this guy.
He goes through the wall so we can't see.
He could have. Well, the problem is it's all glass walls, so you throw him into a glass wall.
Very cinematic.
Look, it's gross, and this guy could have run. Everyone else ran. Plenty of security guys ran. So don't feel bad for this guy. I will say canonically, the 4 security guys who stayed are they technically have Stormwood security written on their badges, but characters don't know this, but they actually work for the Order of Greyhaven, so it's okay to kill them. All right. These aren't guys who just showed up for a paycheck. These are guys who knew they were working for evil. There is one living security guy left. And he's going to futilely try to shoot at Babbitt, I guess. What's your dodge again? Swiftness plus level?
7.
7? Alright, let's see what he does here. Oh, that's not a great... yeah, he misses. Because he rolled it. He rolled a 2. Like, it was a very bad roll. Raz, we are at you. Halliwell is standing, like, right in front of you.
And he's holding the staff.
Yes, he is holding the staff of Trancura.
And time is back to normal.
Yes. Yes, time is back to normal. I will say the staff lets him do a lot of weird stuff, but I'm not going to let it do anything outside of his... for attack stuff, he's still going to have to use the regular magic spell system for damage.
Okay.
And he had
because it'll look really funny and good, I want to grab his hand that's holding the staff and force him to bash himself in the face with the staff.
Are you doing that as a sweep move?
Sure.
Or as an attack? That's sweep move will probably be... I mean, sweep move is more guaranteed to work.
Yeah, and more effective.
I endorse the sweep move.
I'll vote for that.
Sure.
All right, so what's your melee plus level?
3.
All right. That seems perfectly suitable for bashing him in the head with his own staff.
Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
Bill, you're up.
Yeah, poor schmuck. He thought that telling me that he wasn't my dad would be harder on me. Now I'm going to feel better hitting him. Bill is going to try another psychic flamethrower. Actually, no. I take that back. I haven't done it yet. Destructive wave.
Oh, so no. Okay, remember, destructive wave. Wards in combat take 2 rounds to do.
Oh.
Where you have to set up the ward on one turn, and then on the following round is when you can execute it. And do remember that you have to pick the surface or object that's going to explode. And right now, you're all standing on the same floor.
Oh, that's true. Never mind. Let's see.
Also, you're going up against one target, not many targets. Destructive wave is very useful when you're trying to take out lots of guys. Like, there's a fodder guy in the back, but it's much more economical for you to use attack spell right now than to use your ward.
Let's do a psychic flamethrower. I want Halliwell to experience my own brand of magic.
All right. So as you cast Psychic Flamethrower, the following thing occurs. Oh, sorry, I have to make a note of something real quick. There we go. So as you cast Psychic Flamethrower, flashing in front of Halliwell is a very beat up but still alive Royce, who is now a warcaster, and he's going to tank that damage. As a spectral Royce appears in front of flashes in front of Halliwell, and how much damage does your psychic flamethrower do? Your range plus level?
I realized I said too much the last time. It'd be 5, not it wouldn't be 6. But
okay.
yeah.
Okay, I just need to make sure I subtract 1 from Halliwell's. All right. So 5. So yeah, as you cast it, Royce spectrally appears in front of Halliwell and takes the damage. You after seeing it flash, you actually hear a heaving by the stairwell. So not that far from you, pretty much right next to the elevators, is Royce, beaten and bloody, just like, but standing there, like the jackass that he is.
Not the target I wanted, but I'm not going to feel bad about it either.
Halliwell just looks at you, Bill. Says, "What a disappointment you have turned out to be, Mr. Carpathian."
You know, if I'm disappointing someone like you, then I'm doing something right.
He just taps the staff to the middle of your chest, and lightning sparks out of the stone, and you're going to take 13 damage, Bill.
Ow! Really? The bad guy using lightning? You're not even original.
I've been doing this since the 1800s.
Yeah, but it was even cliche back then. Come on.
I'm the one I started this. NK is going to God, what can NK do? Okay, what can NK do? Oh. NK is going to it's actually, yeah, so NK is going to well, she's just gonna try to shoot him in the dick again. Screw it. It's a better roll. What is his dodge? His dodge is really good, but alright. And she hits. That's not good. She hits him and he soaks it, so she shoots him in the crotch, but he doesn't appear to be hurt. Just looks angry. That's gonna bring us to Royce. Oh, what is Royce gonna do? Royce is going to tap one of the tattoos on his arm to begin activating a ward. That's going to bring us to Babbitt.
Okay, where's the last guard?
The last guard is like just right outside the like he's right near you. Like,
okay.
He's probably like 10 feet away from you. Maybe 15 feet. But yeah. So
okay.
Easy to cross.
Sure. Then I'm gonna run up to him, jump and flip over his head and snap his neck as I'm doing it.
So I don't want you to waste a sweet move when you could just punch this guy's face in. Like,
okay. I suppose I need those.
I mean, I'll let you say you did it dramatically like that.
Okay.
Like, I'll let you keep that because honestly, your bare hands is so high that it kills like it. If you rolled a 1, because we haven't switched to the new combat rules yet.
Okay.
Which campaign 2 we're doing?
And I'm just gonna gonna do that.
Yeah, because you literally can't fail. It's for listeners. We are going to be using the advanced combat rules for campaign 2, but for campaign 1, we're not changing things in the last session. So it would be possible to fail under the new rules, but it's impossible to fail for you at this moment under the current rules. So he's just gone. That brings us to Raz. You've got Halliwell and Royce right there.
Mm-hmm. Hum-de-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. How many sweet moves did we refresh from last session?
Yes. New session, new batch of sweet moves. So 4 plus your level is what you started with.
Okay. So I've got that many left. Dum-dum-dum. He's like right next to me.
Well, Halliwell's right next to you.
Yeah.
Royce is a little further away.
Are Halliwell and Royce like kind of in line with each other?
I mean, they're 2 points, so in theory, 2 points are always in line with each other.
So I could theoretically like.
What do you want to do, and then we can talk about whether or not it's physically possible or what you would need to do to achieve it.
Okay, I want to pick up Halliwell and throw him at Royce.
Yes, that is a thing you technically can do. Yes, absolutely. I will let you do that as a sweet move. You're going to have to pick the one you want to hurt, though, between the two.
Who's more hurt?
Well, Royce is more hurt.
Then
Royce is still carrying all the damage from the previous fight.
Okay.
What a dick.
I want to hurt Halliwell, though.
Okay.
I have a personal vendetta against this dude.
Makes sense.
So what type of...
All right, so you're looking to hurt Halliwell by throwing him into Royce, but that means that you're doing it to Halliwell would be taking bare hands damage, where Royce would take range damage. So
maybe I should do Royce then, because my range is better.
It's up to you. I mean, we also need to vote that it works once we decide who you're going to do damage to, but I'm going to vote for it because this is awesome, and I'm assuming that your fellow players are not going to vote against it.
Yes.
I like it.
So, yeah, you just need to pick who you want to hurt.
We'll keep doing Halliwell.
Okay, so it's going to be bare hands, so your bare hands plus your level.
3.
Okay. Hey, that's still, like, you guys are working him down.
I'm going to chip away at him.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to get him.
That's what you got to do. So you pick up Halliwell, you grab him, and you throw him. He's still holding the Staff of Trancura as he flies, and he goes flying into Royce, knocking the two down. And Royce manages to get lucky in how he falls, but Halliwell ends up flipping off and smacking into the wall as he rolls off of Royce, taking the damage. Bill, we are at you.
Okay. I'm hurting. You know, how bad is Royce looking?
Royce is looking pretty fucked up, but he's still like, he's still on his. Well, he would be on his feet if he hadn't just had Halliwell thrown into him. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think you don't think you could one-shot kill him.
Okay. Rats. Although, I am going to try taking a shot at Royce. Not with magic, with a gun.
Okay.
Royce is a dick. He doesn't deserve magic.
So 1d10 plus your range plus your level.
Okay. Beep, beep. Okay. Just a sec. Wait, yep. 11.
You hit. So roll me your damage. 1d10 plus your range.
Oof. That might hurt him quite badly.
Might not. He's got a soak.
That's true. 11.
Yeah, he doesn't look any worse.
Come on.
All right, then we move on to Halliwell, who's going to get up and go. He's going to stand up, pull himself to his feet. I am tired of your blasted family at every turn.
We're fucking tired of you.
And he points the staff at Raz, and just the whole bunch of lightning just flies straight out of it. And Raz, you take 13 damage.
Okay.
That brings us to NK, who is very frustrated that she's been doing very little. So she is going to drop her messenger bag on the ground, and she has both of her pistols in her hands. She is going to... run straight at Halliwell, guns blazing, and right before she gets to him, she's going to do a running leap, flipping over his head, flipping around, and then firing 2 more shots at his back. Does everyone agree that worked as a sweep move?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. That her range is he takes 5 damage. That slides us to Royce, who is going to... I didn't even think about the fact that NK is now behind Halliwell now that she did that. Because Royce is going to run ahead of Halliwell, so NK's behind them, and slam his hand on the ground and cast Destructive Wave at everyone in front of them as the floor ripples like waves, and the hardwood shatters into shrapnel, striking. Well, Babbitt, you're still back by the office, so just Raz and Bill are going to take this damage. And that is going to be...
Royce, you dickhead!
Both of you are taking 9 damage.
Nice. Oofta.
That brings us to Babbitt.
Okay. Can I run and tackle the staff and use pickpocket to disarm him?
Pickpockets will give me 5 minutes, I think, isn't it?
Is it?
I'll pull it up. I got the rules open here. Let me take a look here. Pickpocket.
Pickpocket is a sweet move point, no test.
It is. I think we had to deal with that with the Tri-Stones too, didn't you?
Yeah.
All right. You're gonna grab the staff of
So I'm like behind him, right? So he's not even seeing me.
I'll let you do that.
I run, and I jump. I like jump up and grab the staff just underneath the headpiece and whip it out of his hands.
All right, you do this because I wrote a stupid rule that doesn't even make us roll. Okay. All right. Babbitt now holds the staff of Trancura. I need you to roll me a d10, Babbitt.
Sounds good.
Oh no.
I got an 8.
Okay. You hold the staff of Trancura. Power surges through your body. You hear a voice speak in your head. Trancura. It's really weird that the stone does this. I just want to point out this is fucking weird. I know you, the player, know the risks of what might happen if you, someone with no magical training, were to try to use the Stone of Trancura. I don't know if Babbitt knows the risks of what might happen if he tries to use the stone. Because if anybody feels like listening to the Meat Grinder Season 1, there's a great moment where I had to go find a sound effect to replicate what happened when Gen rolled a 1 in that first season of the Meat Grinder while holding this thing.
Oh my God.
There are 2 people right now on your team who could hold this staff and not die.
Yeah, Babbitt has never shown any interest in magic whatsoever, so he's not going to try to use this thing. Good.
Because Bill would be fine, and Raz, while she's got Kel on her, would be fine. You would be fucked.
No, Babbitt, you just use it as a club.
That's fine.
No, that would be very bad. I'm bad at using clubs.
I know, it's really funny that you... it's funny just because the staff was giving him no bonuses on his attacks. I was just using it for dramatic flair.
Yeah.
All right, that brings us to Raz. Halliwell looks very confused as there's no longer a staff in his hand.
Oh, man.
I gotta remember to subtract that sweet move point from Royce.
I think I'm just gonna hit Halliwell with another electric bird.
I can't make the hawk noise, but I'll dub it in here. All right. So what's your range plus level?
4.
4. All right. Halliwell's looking not great.
Good.
Bill, we are at you.
Boss, we've taken some similar damage. I need you to finish this. It's only right.
You've literally taken identical damage.
Uh-huh.
You
I believe in you. I believe in you, Raz Stormwood. Because you believed in me. Healing mist.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can
healing mist.
Yeah, because you can do healing during combat with that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Versus
it has a vaguely stinky, sterile smell.
Wait. Do you want to use healing mist or do you want to use your other ability?
Oh, the
Heal wounds.
yeah. Let's do that. What was I thinking?
Yeah.
I'm having a
Heal wounds. You took a whole prestige archetype, which gives you this whole other ability, which uses sweet move points.
Raz patiently explains this to Bill as he realizes that this is an option. Oh, right.
Yeah, but you studied this other thing, my dude.
Oh my god, I think I hit my head.
You can use your
let's
personal
try the other
energy
thing.
to heal another character to full health.
Yeah, let's try that thing.
So yeah, you use heal wounds on Raz, which puts her back to full health.
Hell yeah, bichos.
Heal,
Boom-diata.
because your regular heal spell is one you could get at first level. You had to go all the way through a whole bunch of stuff to get to this better healing spell.
I hit my head. I fell through a floor. Give me a break.
All right, so Raz
Voice in my head that's chastising
Raz is
me.
back at full health. Oh, that was very good to do.
Raz is like cracking her back and her neck.
Because Halliwell's going to turn around to Babbitt, who has the staff. He is going to put his hand on the staff and just grit his teeth and go, "Give me that." And electricity leaps out of his hand through the staff and into Babbitt. And Babbitt, you're going to take 13 damage.
Okay.
That brings us to NK, NK is just remarkably not hit by anything yet because she dodged that massive Royce attack. I wasn't trying to like save my character or anything. Like I literally just was like, I need to make this cool when I did the attack, forgetting that like Royce's whole plan was to go. Yeah. So, anyways, NK is going to try, because there are windows to the outside. NK is going to try to throw Royce through the window.
Yes.
As a sweet move.
Yes.
Do we?
It works.
Okay.
Yes. Fuck Royce.
Well, the whole thing is like, this might not kill him.
I
Gets him
don't
out of the way
care.
for a second.
I know. He can run back up the stairs if this works. So everybody votes that it works. Okay, I need to remember to remove some sweet points here because she opened that up with the sweet move at the beginning of the session. All right, so that is her bare hands is... Yeah, okay. Her bare hands is a 1. No, her bare hands is a 0. Her level is 1. So she threw Royce out a window, and you're only on the second floor, and he landed on the ground and took 1 damage. Which did he take for Warcaster? He took tank. Okay. Well, that'll at least remove him until his turn. Alright, moving through the initiative. Well, that brings us to Royce. It's Royce's turn.
God says Royce is still alive, you guys.
Royce flies up from the ground and flies back in through the window. But he had to use his whole turn to do that because he had to cast fly.
This dude's like a goddamn cockroach.
If he had been a Warcaster the last time he fought, he wouldn't have throwing him off of the cliff wouldn't have worked so well. So yeah, now Royce is back in the room. Babbitt, we're at you. Also, he's like a foot off the ground.
Okay. So, I guess I have to get this back away from Halliwell. Because he's grabbed onto it now.
These guys are so beat up. I just want to point out, like, you guys are in bad shape, but, like, no, you're not. Well, Bill and Babbitt are not in great shape. NK and Raz are fine. Because Bill healed Raz.
God says Babbitt and I aren't doing so good.
If I were to do a melee attack with this, could I use that to also wrench it away from him, or not?
So I would say it depends on so how do you? Okay, do you have any sweet moves left?
I got 3 of them. So
because you used you used one to get across the room, and the rest of those are just regular attacks, weren't they?
Yeah.
And then you but you spent a sweet move point to pickpocket, so you should only have 2 left.
Is it 4 plus level or 3 plus level?
3 plus level. 3 plus level.
Oh, you had okay. I had thought so, but then you had said 4 level.
I probably
Yeah, you
misspoke
said
earlier.
4.
I misspoke earlier.
Okay, so then I
I'm
have 2
drunk.
left. Yep.
So yeah,
No problem.
Sorry, looking at the rules, I know it's 3 plus level. It's my brain goes to at level 1 you get 4.
That's what I had written down until you said that.
Okay, sorry, that's my bad.
So yeah, I have 2 left. So no problem. I can do that. All right.
So okay. So you want to wrench away the staff from him again, but like physically wrench it from him?
Yeah, I don't even need to attack it. I want to wrench it away from him and get away from him. Get over to like Raz.
Okay, so I feel like to get it. So I mean, you could. Okay, so if you wanted to pickpocket it to just get it out of his hands instantly, I would say I don't necessarily know if you'd be able to get that far with it.
Right.
If you wanted to do it as a sweep move, you would have to also simultaneously attack him.
That's fine.
Right. So, and what I would say is that actually, like, because you'd be attacking his ability to hold it, you'd be doing that as a bare hands.
Oh, okay.
What if I may interject, what if he was able to wrench it away and then throw it to me?
Well, the throwing action would still be part of the sweep move.
Yeah.
He could do that as a sweep move. Like he could do that as part of the sweep move, and the damage in that round though would be his bare, which is good. Here, when we talk about Babbitt doing bare hands damage, the way Babbitt is built, Babbitt is all bare hands damage.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, when we're talking about Babbitt doing it as bare hands damage, I'm being very nice. But also, it makes sense to do it as bare hands damage.
Yeah. Okay, so you know when Scarlett Johansson does the thing where she like wraps her legs around a guy and twists? I'm gonna do that on his arm.
You mean like how Spider-Man does it?
No. No, it's how Scarlett Johansson does it.
You mean Scarlett Johansson's stunt double?
Yeah, so I'm gonna do that on his arm to like twist his arm away, get the staff out of his hand, and toss it to Raz in like one move.
Okay, we can one. Okay, so that is a sweep move. Does everybody vote that works?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. First off, I need to know how much damage you're doing. What's your bare hands plus your level?
Yeah, that's an 8.
All right. So, as you do this, flickering around the arm of Halliwell, you actually see Royce's arm. As he's going to tank that damage as you throw the staff to Raz, and as you get off of the and do your nice little recovery after throwing the staff, you hear Royce's lifeless body thud to the ground.
What a way to go, my man.
Am I holding his arm?
No, because it was only his a spectral version of him taking the damage that killed him. So
Okay.
you were around Halliwell's arm, but Halliwell didn't get hurt from it. Royce did.
Oofta.
Because honestly, it would be really narratively. It's much more narratively fulfilling to kill, to kill Royce in this manner than to kill Halliwell in that moment. Because that also would have killed Halliwell. Raz, we are at you.
And I've got his precious little wand.
All right. So the next two people
Staff.
in the initiative order here are Raz and Bill. All right. I want to know, you two are, roughly close in the order, and both of you get to go before Halliwell does. Raz, you are holding the staff of Trankura, and Bill, I want to know, I'm just thinking about the cumulative damage of what you guys can do. Do you guys have sweet move points left?
I've got
Yeah.
one attack left in me, boss.
I got one.
And your range plus level, Raz, is a what?
It's a 4.
And Bill, what's your range plus level?
It is a 5.
All right. Hey, boss?
Yeah.
Sis? Look, I think if you and Bill together, if we combined everything,
Yeah.
if Bill grabbed the staff, the two of you together could end Halliwell right now.
Hell yeah. Bill, hang on
Yes?
to this staff with me. Let's do
Okay.
it together.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Let's magic the fuck out of this asshole.
You got it, boss.
You
And
have
we're gonna
doomed
shoot a
everything.
combined spray of fire and lightning.
Yes, that is psychic flame and lightning is exactly what I was thinking.
and a flaming lightning bird at the head of this fireball of lightning, and hell yeah.
All right, so as you two raise the staff, the soul stone of Kel glowing while you do this, Halliwell just looks up and goes, I was going to save everyone. As the psychic flame and electricity erupts out of the stone of the staff of Trankura, just wrapping around and engulfing Halliwell, and after a moment, nothing is there but an ashen form of him. And a breeze from the broken window hits, and it falls to the ground in a pile.
I would like to go over to the pile, crouch down, and speak directly to him, even though he can't hear me anymore.
Because he's a pile of dirt.
He's a pile of dirt. But I'd like to tell him, how could you save everyone when you couldn't even save yourself?
Oh, I love that so much. All right. So as you stand here, the Royce is dead on the ground. Halliwell is a pile of ash. NK is plugging into an Ethernet jack. He goes, the damn idiot ran so many... I'm pretty sure we have footage of him admitting to being Halliwell.
Idiot.
What a jackass.
I think we might be able to clear your name, Raz, pretty easily.
Hell yeah. Oh, man. Is there still a vacuum in this place? I want to vacuum this bitch up.
All right. As you hear this, you hear like... doof, doof. And as you see, like, as you've always had this nice view out the windows as, like, the building's on a hill so you can see down towards the bay, you see in the distance a giant robot is fighting... So, like, what appears to be, like, an 80-foot axolotl yelling, "Hello, friend!" as it swings at a giant robot that has a very distinctive mustache on the head. And as the axolotl throws the robot into the Trans-Aramecia building.
Oh, and they're not supposed to be fighting each other, but it sure looks good.
And Kate just goes, "We should maybe call people and tell them that they don't have to keep distracting the police."
Yeah.
And you hear over comms going, "I'm not dead, for the record. Just could somebody get me?"
Yeah, we're on our way, hun.
I ate a lot of cops.
Well, that's good. You'll sleep really good now.
And then
it's funny how killing a would-be dictator clears your head after an almost concussion. Whew.
All right, so time passes. We begin to wrap up our story here.
I want just an ending clip of that scene with Raz with the Dyson.
Yeah, so we get a montage of the
like people are calling, y'all are calling people and saying "Oh yeah, we did it, we're celebrating or whatever," and Raz is just there happily vacuuming.
Yeah, it's we get the eventual federal agent showing up montage of lengthy conversations of everyone, flashing to NK and Bill taking down the O'Reilly for governor signs on the windows.
Yes.
Raz vacuuming up in the background. Babbitt playing solitaire on his computer while everyone else is doing that.
I feel like we've established that Babbitt plays analog solitaire.
Okay, that's true. So Babbitt is playing solitaire with a deck of cards with broken glass still on the desk.
He just brushed out a little area.
Slowly the Stormwood name being put back on the glass on the door. The Stormwood, we get shots of the New York office getting reopened, shots of the Paris office getting reopened, shots of the Chicago office getting reopened, along with a montage of we get shots of Raz's dad, FaceTiming with Raz over the phone. We get
he learned how to do it not too long ago.
And so I'll say about a month passes, and NK shows up to the office with a duffel bag. The place is now brimming with newly hired associates, as the Stormwood office finally, it used to have this big empty bullpen with all of these desks that no one sat at, but now we see multiple magic users working. Brian has been hired as a full-time employee. He brings his own coffee to work.
Good man.
But NK walks in the door with a duffel bag and walks back to Raz's office. Is Raz in her office?
Yes.
Okay.
Raz is in her office on her phone looking at looking at memes of herself. Because somehow a picture of her vacuuming up the Dark Wizard made it online, and it turned into a meme.
A holographic
So
Kel.
as soon as like NK walks in, she's just like, "Oh my gosh, have you seen this one? So good."
A holographic Kel is physically behind you, as projectors have been installed throughout the office. Yeah, I think it's time for me to go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to Morris.
Okay.
Seriously? I mean, no judgment, just
I'm assuming
Kinda
Bill's been
surprised.
standing in the door having followed her in or something.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, I believe it, yeah.
They became
Yeah.
like real good friends.
So, this was always... The ARC team was my home for a long time, and this was kind of a... It was supposed to be temporary, and then we ended up, I wanted to get revenge for Barrow, but... So I still own, personally, all of those assets over in Morris.
Yeah.
I still have the clubhouse, and so I've been talking with Michelle, and considering the lawless state of the area, she and the crew have decided that they're going to settle down in Morris for a while, and I happen to have a building full of garage doors that would work very conveniently, and she's going to stay for a while.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it's I could spend a lot of angst and time trying to figure out like where I'm from or how I got here or all of that, or I could just, choose to be happy for once. And so I'm going to do that.
Raz gets up from behind her desk and engulfs NK in a hug.
She hugs you back.
I'm really proud of you. I'm really happy for you. And I wish you lots of good luck and good things out there. And don't be a stranger. You're always welcome here.
And you know where to find me. And also, if you just want to get a taco, Morris
Oh,
isn't
hell
a
yeah.
bad place.
Hell yeah.
And with that, NK leaves the offices. Bill, so by the fact that you just talked, it means you are clearly sticking with Stormwood.
Yeah, I did. Hey, boss. I did get back from my visit with my mom.
And how is she?
Vaguely not disappointed in me,
Oh,
bordering on
weird.
proud.
Weird. Now you say.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting that, but after you save the world, it feels like, I don't know, I feel like I still might be useful here.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
And if worst comes to worst, I definitely got work experience. Thank you.
Yeah, so
Here
Bill, Kill's been holographically in the room this whole conversation.
Hey, bud.
So, buddy, look, the paperwork is now through on everybody on your team. You now have about 7 wizards under your department, and so don't fuck it up.
Oh my god, what is my fire extinguisher budget? Just theoretically speaking. Just a thought. You don't have to come up with a number yet.
Look, if you're using
boy.
more than one a week, we're going to have a conversation. But, I'm running, HR for, the whole company now. So, right now, I can split my attention. It's amazing. I'm also having a conversation in New York at this moment. Raz, Dad says hi.
Oh, hi, Dad.
Yeah, this is being attached to as a digital consciousness is, amazing. But so Bill, though, we still on for Saturday?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Look, Fiddler ain't gonna watch itself.
Actually, I heard I actually heard the cast that they got together for this one really solid. Like Tony Award winners, everyone. I am jazzed. But not literally jazzed, because there's not really jazz.
I mean, I do think it's weird.
I mean.
I do think it's a little strange to do it as an all-dwarf production, but it is what it is.
I want to see what they bring to the characters. I think that there's some commentary to be made, especially since the director is a Jewish dwarf. I really want to see this.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. Babbitt.
Yes.
Do we have anything else we want to add for Bill narratively there?
Nah, I think Bill looks slightly less frazzled for once, maybe even confident. Then he trips on his way back to his desk.
All right, Babbitt. Where do we see Babbitt going? What's happening with Babbitt?
I feel like Babbitt's gonna stick around.
Okay.
Yeah, the outside world is kind of boring. Here he gets to do cool fights and heists, and there's just so many cults.
So many cults.
So many cults.
So yeah, I think he's gonna stick around.
All right, so as you Babbitt's just sitting at his desk playing solitaire.
Yeah.
All right, so Babbitt's at his desk playing solitaire. As you all are settled out, NK has left. The elevator comes back up with a ding. Mara steps out of the elevator, hauling literally 2 giant painter's buckets of blood, and drags them into the middle of the Stormwood office. Like, full body, using all of her strength to drag them. She's in the center of the office. Everyone is just staring. She walks up to Brian. She goes, "I need you." Grabs Brian, drags him over to the bucket of blood, slides a magical ring on his finger, takes out a pocket knife, cuts his hand, puts a drops into each bucket of blood, and then she kicks the 2 blood buckets over, creating a pool of blood on the ground. The lights flicker, the lights go out, the lights come back on, and rising out of the blood is a middle-aged woman. Blinking and confused is a middle-aged Mrs. Sanchez.
Oh, you did it!
Mara goes, "Hey, Mom, my sister's in prison." End of scene. Fade to black. Cut to black. So we cut out of that scene.
Yeah.
To what's happening with Raz and Dolores.
Yeah. I don't know. I imagine maybe
we open.
Maybe they've got a first date set up somewhere, or
we open to a park in San Ricardo, overlooking the Golden Gate Bridge. There is a picnic laid out with a basket. Raz, you are standing at the park. You have been asked to meet here. As you approach the picnic basket, Dolores Arcturus walks up to you in a sundress.
Oh.
I don't know if I'm always going to be on the right side of things.
I haven't always been on the right side of things either.
I don't know if I have the kind of moral compass that you do.
Well,
but ever since I met you and we stopped trying to kill each other.
sorry about that.
Well, I mean, there was a mistake on my part.
It was a misunderstanding. Yeah.
My point is that I don't have that compass, but ever since I met you, I've wished I did. You make me want to have that?
Yeah. Yeah, same.
So if you can accept that I'm trying? And she kind of looks a little sheepish.
Raz doesn't say anything, but just like grabs her and gently kisses her.
And that's when we cut to black and roll the credits.
Heck yeah!
Stormwood Associates is a production of Nerd and Tie. You can find more information at nerdandtie.com/Stormwood. You can also find us on social media at Nerd and Tie on Twitter, nerdandtie.tumblr.com, and facebook.com/nerdandtie. This podcast can be subscribed to on anywhere that major podcasts are found: iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, and quite a few other places, and anywhere that takes an RSS feed as well. Hey, while you're still here, let me tell you about another podcast on the Nerd and Tie Network, and that's Let's Be Legendary. Let's Be Legendary, the Fey Wild West, is a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons actual play game, so an actual play game like this one, but like, you know, in a system people actually use in the real world. Set in a homebrew Wild West steampunk world, the Fey Wild West follows two people discovering what it means to be in a relationship, all the while seeking revenge and learning the truth of their pasts. Let's Be Legendary podcast is an LGBTQ+ podcast with both main and minor characters, as well as players falling under the queer blanket. A heavy RP game with a focus on story and characters. And you can hear it every week here on the Nerd and Tie Network, and you can find all of their subscription information and links at nerdandtie.com/legendary.